Yo, we on. What's up, man? There's a lot of shit going down right now in LA. Y'all heard the news. I know you've seen that. Big news on right now. Bricc baby just got locked up. What the fuck? Bricc?
At the indictment. I'm not trying to read no nigga work. I ain't one of them.
Say the Bricc, the Bricc in the trick.
Full compliant. What is that?
DOJ full
Yeah, the
compliant.
DOJ full compliant. The indictment. The indictment is for extortion, robbery, murder, tax fraud, human trafficking. Big U is accused of murdering his son's best friend, Rayshawn Williams. Rayshawn Williams lived with Big U and was signed to his music label. Big U is also accused of using his charity to embezzle money from the government and diverting money given to his charity from the city of LA to line his own pockets. Big U and associates are accused of transporting prostitutes across state line. Damn, that's what they got going on. Big U and associates allegedly are accused of extorting strip clubs and extorting weed dispensaries, doing business in neighbors he had reach on. The full we got a link to the full press conference. We can watch that. And I guess we're gonna get to that.
Damn,
all of that is alleged. Free them niggas.
Yeah, it's all alleged.
Yeah, I don't want to see niggas in jail at all. Free them niggas.
Yeah, man, freedom.
Free the game.
Damn, I'm still just fucked up about it. I'm like, fuck.
That's a lot.
Shit,
Well, it's important to stop talking about stuff on the internet that's volatile to investigations.
Yeah.
For real, man.
Free them niggas.
That's
Free 'em,
crazy.
though, for sure.
For young and
Damn.
So
Yeah, this is why I work. We gonna watch
these
this.
dudes just got caught up
shit.
on some big ass shit, man.
Was it an ad?
It's just,
Yeah,
I
yeah, you
heard
gotta
the
watch
news
the ad.
all over LA,
I'm on
man.
3 seconds left.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
wicked
let's
work.
check it
man.
out. Look, see what the district attorney has to say.
already?
Press conference.
Yeah, that's
Good morning. I'm Joe McNally, the acting United States Attorney here in Los Angeles. Today,
Federal
we're
shit.
here to announce federal criminal charges against Eugene Henley Jr., a career criminal known as Big U, who used his contacts and leadership role in the Crips criminal street gang, the entertainment industry, and a youth charity to further his own criminal enterprise. An enterprise engaged in murder, extortion, robbery, human trafficking, COVID fraud, and other felonies.
COVID fraud.
Mr. Henley and several other individuals linked to him and his criminal enterprise were charged in a criminal complaint with federal racketeering conspiracy.
Shit,
Mr.
they don't
Henley
play
is
about
a
that one,
fugitive,
man.
and he is currently wanted by federal law enforcement. Other individuals linked to his criminal enterprise were arrested today, approximately 10 defendants who are charged in various indictments.
Bricc
Again,
baby,
Mr.
one of
Henley is a
them.
fugitive. 4 defendants are in state custody and will be transferred into federal custody, and we are still seeking Mr. Henley and another fugitive. The Department of Justice's top priority is eliminating violent crime caused by criminal street gangs and organized crime. These organizations cause a tremendous amount of harm in our communities. And today's arrests are part of our office's efforts, FBI, IRS, LAPD, the team you see up here, to make our community safer and rid our streets of these criminal street gangs, including ones operated by violent felons like Mr. Henley, who are posing as savvy businessmen and community leaders, but in the end are violent criminals. The affidavit filed with the criminal complaint alleges that Mr. Henley operated
This is 17
Big U
minutes long.
Enterprise.
Yeah, we're not gonna listen to all.
Yeah,
of
that's
it.
crazy.
Yeah,
Free that man's view. That's crazy.
Yeah, free them niggas.
Free
Fucked
Bricc
up,
baby.
bro.
No more
Henley's,
Bricc baby
that's
right here.
Big U.
Yeah,
Eugene.
so all right.
I think,
Eugene.
Remo, do you want to break this down for?
Yeah, I'll
I feel like
give a
Gunner
little.
might be the
You
perfect
details on
example
what's
of it, 'cause
going
I think
on.
he has no idea
Daniel.
what's going on.
Yeah.
All this.
So about at least 10 to 12 days ago, I think there was a clubhouse room ran where niggas was kind of breaking down that a dude named Rayshawn Williams
That's the one they
from
found
2021
dead.
he
They've been
got
talking
killed,
about that one.
and the family spoke out, and they had a club room ran on it, and I think Christopher Lovejoy and everybody was talking about it, and apparently the dude Rayshawn Williams, well, from the documents that I just seen, they're trying to say that Big U drove the dude to Vegas. And while they was in Vegas, they saying that allegedly Big U might have smoked the dude, and his DNA was found underneath the dude's fingerprints.
That's the one.
But the mom and dad, or the mom spoke out, and mom
So let's
and
see
sister
what's up with
spoke
that
out,
one.
and she was basically saying that she told the police that the dude went out of town with Big U, and he never came back. So then a couple days later, there's been content going on running about it. and Bricc and Luce did the pod yesterday.
Right.
So it was 10,000 people watching, and then the next day, this happened. So it's just a whole bunch of shit in the air. We don't know what's
Big
really
U,
going on.
what
All this
happened?
is alleged, but yeah,
Free
it's
Bricc, man.
It's
Free the
allegedly
Bricc.
some dude named Rashawn Williams who got killed in 2021, and they just trying to link it to people with a list of other shit that's been going on out here supposedly.
Damn.
I mean,
So, Big U, that fool was the one that was, he was actually Nipsey Hussle's manager. Big U, man, this guy right here. Nipsey Hussle's manager. Yeah, known for his, he's been called the rap's godfather by Wiz Khalifa, whatever. Okay. He helped launch Nipsey's Hussle career, but he has been accused of murder, kidnapping. Damn. So what happened was what got him hot, and I've been hearing that his DNA was found in that guy's fingernails, which was defrauded many companies, donors, athletes, and celebrities, including persuading them to donate to charities and later transferring to money on his personal accounts. What a dick. Also, authorities have accused Henley of fraudulently obtaining funds from the youth charities and the gang reduction development programs overseen by the LA Mayor's office. God damn. That fool did all that shit. No kidding, man. He served 13 years in prison, too, after trying to rob an undercover sheriff back in 91. His son is a linebacker for the Los Angeles Chargers. What the fuck? I didn't know that one. Who's his son? Linebacker, LA Chargers. His son. Who's his son? It's a linebacker. No, thank you. Does he take his? Oh yeah, like linebacker. That's his son. Crazy. So his son's a linebacker. A trusted lieutenant, Mark Martin. Federal authorities have also charged Tremaine Williams with robbery. What the fuck? Luce Cannon was just talking about that too on No Jumper yesterday's episode, man, and then everything just came up. Like, that's crazy. They were just together, Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon. Now they're on the run. Sheesh, no way. Bricc Baby, Luce Cannon, Big U on the run in the LA gang bust. Everybody's talking about this shit, bro. That's crazy. This fool was shot in the face making a diss song. Dumped his body on the highway. So what I was gonna say is show the No Jumper episode from yesterday.
Fuck Black, fuck Crack, fuck Eddie, fuck Bad, fuck.
Shut up, bro. Yesterday's episode. That's the one that was cracking yesterday. Like,
Way to the
assume
internet.
that it's
You
being
think Flacco's
recorded.
in that category as well?
I mean, more than most people, for sure, yeah.
Nah.
Business
a
meeting,
business
wouldn't it?
meeting.
Getting-
yeah,
yeah.
It was goofy. So when that happened, it's like, bro, you ran content on me. So when you ran content,
you burn yourself, bro. It's the one where they burned himself, bro. Which one's that one? I guess it's. They're just talking about all this other shit.
What had to happen in order for you guys to be willing to sit down? Let's talk about the events that
Well, either way, Luce Cannon, he's not the main one. Bricc Baby's the main one. That was cool. I fuck with Bricc Baby, man. I've always been like, he's been funny since he got into No Jumper. Yeah, but before that, I would see him like as a small time buddy. They had 10 Rolling 60's members and associates. 4 defendants already in custody. Announced that Wednesday morning, and the last today is the Wednesday. That was he had signed them too. What the fuck? Let me see. 5 days before his killing, recorded the dust sign his affidavit. In the diss song, Williams referred to Henley as the bro that makes some money. My dog better shut the fuck up, dude. Feels annoying, man. When Williams didn't show up to the studio, Henley Robertson drove from LA to confront him. Williams identified as California. Yeah, so that's crazy. All this shit's going on. They got big ass shit. Original gangster. OG. From Rollin 60's. Damn. If I was to be Big Rose Rowan Rap, he would definitely be the guy. Yeah, there it is. Operation Drawdown. That's the one. God damn, they got all these fools' names right there. Zaire Mitchell. Bricc Baby. Luce Cannon, Armani. Affleck, Tiffany Hines. Christian. Who the fuck is Foch? This Grimsky. Brian Perez Mejia. Damn, all these fools. That's crazy. How to rob yourself. The complaint laid that The complaint laid out various robberies alleged carried out by the Big U Enterprise, including one at an unlicensed marijuana dispensary in LA on July 5th, 2021. In that case, the victim told authorities he's been paying the enterprise up to $25,000 in extortion fees. After he stopped paying, he said nearly a dozen of Big U Enterprise and along with Rolling 60's members rushed into the dispensary with firearms. They were not wearing masks. To obscure the identities. They stole cash and marijuana from the store before fleeing. That same day, Henley allegedly invited the victim to his home where he laid out what he had stolen from the dispensary. That's how you rob yourself, Henley allegedly said. God damn. Sylvester Robinson, Bear Claw, Big U, Zaire Mitchell. Why they got Bricc Baby in custody? All these fools in custody except Big U and this fool Brian Mejia. This fool's on the run. Why is the only white guy there? It's crazy, guys. Check this shit out, man. In that case, victims told that he'd been playing the enterprise. That's how you rob yourself. Russo wrote that throughout the investigation, the FBI obtained recordings of Big U Enterprise members, the associates discussing robberies that they were doing or planned to do. In one case, Russo said that when he heard Henley on the wiretap of robbing people who had stolen equipment from a celebrity rapper using an Apple AirTag, that was, god damn, these fools are what about the fraud he did? But what does Bricc baby have to do with this? That's I don't know what they're trying to get him with, but just for being from the gang, bro. Damn. That's his son. Well, fucked up. Your dad's going to jail, buddy. Big U was listed in the docs as a Rollin 60's. He's accused of Operation Drawdown. It's crazy. Shit. 2 of them are not. That fool's on the run, then. Joseph McNally ripped Big U and his operation during the press conference, saying the allegations in the complaint unsealed today reveal a criminal enterprise that engaged in murder, extortion, human trafficking, and fraud, all led by the supposed anti-gang activist and purported music entrepreneur who was nothing more than a violent street criminal. He's not in custody and labeled a fugitive. What the fuck? It's crazy. Rappers, such as, what is this? TMZ? RICO Act. His son plays with the. Damn. The indictment running the department. South LA gang leader and self-proclaimed community activist arrested for mafia-like crimes. So, yeah, this is what went down. Eugene Henley, the 58-year-old Los Angeles entertainment entrepreneur and self-proclaimed community activist, aided the criminal operations and through his connections through the... Damn, that's crazy.
Why did Luce Cannon get picked up for it then?
Associates and things.
Yeah, I think it's more. It's kind of like a RICO. They got basically it's damn near a RICO.
That's basically what it is.
It's more shit that's connecting the dots to a whole bunch of shit that was going on. I'm not sure. Well, apparently
there's
Luce
a lot
is
of logos on that poster.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
Like the IRS logo. That's crazy. What is that? Is that the USPS logo too? I can't see it from here.
Oh, they got everybody on there.
They sure do.
IRS, every single
So
body.
that's for sure.
That means
RICO.
all the different people working on this one case.
Man, look at
Bro, that mean 9
free
times
my
out
boy,
of 10,
man.
nigga, that mean, nigga, that they hit Bricc shit like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, they got he left here. Because he was here last night. That's the only place to get him. You feel what I'm saying? He was probably at the crib sleep, because that's how they get you 4 in the morning,
Facts.
3 a.m. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be up. Josh, no. I be up, nigga. Fuck around. Nigga, Fed come get me, I'm fuck around, be sitting in the parking lot, nigga, already watching their ass, because I be up at them time. But that's when they get you, because your average person is asleep. They come in, fuck.
Hello.
Hi, Sharice. How you doing?
Hey, I'm alright. Could be a little better, but amongst the circumstances, I'm okay.
Nah, for sure. So, I am recording, just for the record. Okay. What's the update? What's going on?
When they picked him up, they took him to Henderson facility to get transported. He's going to be transported in the morning.
To Vegas.
I did just get off a call with him, and he's doing all right. We have good faith that this is all going to be debunked, and he definitely had a message for you and wanted to thank you for your support and making sure that you kept it neutral in the sense of your support for him and Bricc and what's going on with Big Useless. And at this point, for all the haters that are preying on his downfall, he had a little something to say for you guys. Sweetie, y'all can go ahead and make all the content that y'all motherfucking want. Excuse me, I don't know if I can cuss this. You may need to bleep that if you want to post this.
Go crazy.
Y'all can go ahead and make all the content y'all want on him, because at the end of the day, when my husband get out, he gonna have something for y'all. He gonna have something for y'all. And best believe we will win this case, because it's all BS. It's all hearsay. There's no actual facts. It's based off of a podcast interview. Oh, whatever. Listen, at the end of the day, they have no evidence against my husband. And the truth
I don't know
will come
about that
out.
one.
And regardless of what They can say what they want to say. They got nobody testifying against my husband.
Oh, that's
I know
true.
that for a fact because I got the paperwork. I'm sure you got the paperwork too.
People have been sending me stuff all day, but wait, so you really don't think that there's any evidence against Luce? Like, I don't even know exactly what he himself is being charged with.
People are basing it on a story he told on your podcast.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
And at this point, anybody can go and say, I watched this podcast and this is Cannon did this, and this, and this, and this. I don't want to hear the bullshit. Clearly, I'm no suspect. I'm not involved in this because this was before my time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I met my husband well after all of this, so of course they did not ask me any questions or anything to that nature. So I'd like to clear the air on that, so I can speak freely. And if I have an opinion, I'm gonna say that. And everyone knows me, and to know that I am a strong Black woman that'll speak my mind. For all you podcasts have been talking ish about, why she don't just be a wife and be quiet. No, I'm gonna be loud. This is why my husband married me, because I'm just as loud as he is. And best believe I'm gonna be the first one to post what's going on with him, because if they wanted to try to shoot him or do something, y'all gonna see it. Okay? Talking on the net, do something. Exactly what my husband would say. And best believe this is not going to be the end.
That's a little bit too much, girl. Yeah, that's crazy, though. Damn, that's crazy.
Big 22 in the building.
What up, Icon?
The legend's in the building himself. Go ahead.
So, F Nasty right there?
I just backed you up and said it's not your fault.
It's not my fault. I just want to say that I was just as astounded as many of you to see this news come down. Especially, it feels like the cops want to be part of the narrative of the podcast last night. They saw how good it was doing, and they were like, we got to swoop in here. So I just want to say, free Bricc baby, free Luce, even
free Luce,
free Big Uterus. We need all the Crips back on the streets. Without them, we're going to resort to bisexual podcast hosts like Gunner, Mexican terrorists like F Nasty and Icon, and even Mississippi Jits like Remo.
Come on, man.
I don't know what else to say. It's a terrible situation. What are we doing?
How do you feel about it, pal?
How do I feel about it? I feel very, upset. Like, we spent the last fucking 2 years building up Bricc baby, making people love him. And it felt like the podcast was like reaching a climax. We're like 4 or 5 episodes in a row that had like 100K plus. Last night we had more viewers than we had on the No Jumper Show in the past couple years. And it's just like, damn. But I'm not gonna lie, that whole time, people make a big thing out of it. Wack has tried to bring it up a million times, but Bricc got his house raided about 2 years ago. They allegedly found an AK. I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's what Wack was always saying. And when that charge never got filed, Wack's argument was, oh, you must be a snitch because it never got filed. But then the other theory that we all heard in the background was like, oh, well, what if it's going to get wrapped up into a federal indictment, because then it would make sense that the cops would like pass on it for a couple years.
No fucking wonder Bricc baby shit got raided back in the day, like 2 years ago. Bricc. Yeah, everybody's on it talking that smack right now. Shit. That's it. I told y'all. Let's see what Wack has to say.
So there are a number of arrests, I think roughly 10 this morning, and then there are other individuals who were in state custody that were
years to let shit build up. So it seems like that's my guess for what they got on Bricc, because I haven't seen any of the paperwork that says anything really about what Bricc or Luce are being charged with, So that shit is all still kind of up in the air of like exactly what they were doing. Like, one part of it though, I will say, is that I'm shocked by how little of this shit is news to me, because like the whole Big U murder thing, the last Adam and Wack podcast is about that exact thing. Wack was talking about the whole fucking time. 600 talked about it a million times. And then some of the Luce and Bricc stuff or whatever, like even Luce's came on the podcast before. I could say this because it's out there. It's on the podcast. And he said that he used to be the muscle for Big U doing what? Extorting weed dealers or whatever. And like now we're reading the paperwork and you're like, oh, that was real, because it says it right here in the fucking paperwork that that's what they're coming down on. I think in Luce's head it's like, oh no, that was 2-3 years ago, so I could talk about it. It's all good. Exactly. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people think that they did something 2 years ago, and that means that it's gone. But I don't think
they're not
so.
gonna sacrifice their investigation for any little charge.
Nah, facts. I don't know,
Some
man.
slide.
Crazy.
Dang.
But I mean, shit. The best thing we could say is that we still haven't really seen like what they got on Bricc or what they got on Luce. So hopefully, maybe
Bricc
they
have something too
hopefully
bad.
it'll be little shit and it's not as big a deal as the murder charge that they put on Big U. You know.
Yeesh.
But damn, Big U 59 or some shit.
That's life.
That's a life sentence. Whatever they give him.
More or less, right? That's
Shit.
crazy.
And you know the feds have the highest conviction rate of any
Yep.
any.
Damn, bro.
That is what they say.
100%.
They crossing T's and dotting I's.
Young Thug was like the example. Oh, niggas be beating.
Now, Adam, let me ask you this:
No,
How
they
much?
What
How
was
much
State RICO, though?
do you think the
State RICO?
How much do you think the podcast played a part in them getting picked up last night? Because it seemed like after Luce and Bricc came
His
together,
face.
hours later they got arrested.
You know it's
You
your
think the-
fault,
Timing
bro.
wise, that is very odd. But they also
It's Adam's fault. You fucking.
Are being transferred
This guy
into federal
too.
custody. But approximately 10 arrests were made this morning.
But everybody so caught up on hating on Whack, they don't open their ears up. Crazy.
Been on this shit for 2 years now. 3 years now, Whack.
Okay, hold on. I was asking if there's a list of the 10 people because there's reports that
yes, I sent it to
Bricc Baby and Luce.
Bricc Baby gone. They got Bricc Baby.
Click like. Before we get to Whack 100 breaking down the arrest of Big U, Bricc Baby, and others, let's first see what happened.
Right now at 11, a big announcement from federal authorities about the Rollin 60's neighborhood Crips gang in South LA. Detectives have arrested multiple people, and this morning they're still looking for others. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Annabelle Sedano. Let's get right to it. We have live team coverage of this breaking news. NBC4's Michelle Vyas is in Westwood with more on the arrest. But let's get started with Alex Rozier. He was at that press conference and joins us live from downtown LA. Alex.
Yeah, they talked a lot about a number of people in this press conference, but the main focus was on a man named Eugene Henley. The feds say he committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the murder of a rapper in 2021. But this same man, Eugene Henley, is known throughout the Los Angeles community. He's been involved with work including youth charities, and the feds say he did it all to further his own criminal enterprise.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, developing options, which purports to help at youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
Eugene Henley, now considered a wanted fugitive. In the past, he's produced TV series. He has nearly 300,000 followers on Instagram, and he ran this charity. The feds say the charity received donations from celebrities, even government agencies, for what was described as charitable work. But the feds say he was still very involved in a much larger crime ring, and it wasn't just Henley that they're looking for. They've already made several arrests in connection with his alleged crimes. 4 people named in the criminal complaint are already in custody. The details of the alleged crimes were just released in dozens of pages of court documents that we are about to go through here. But the big headline right now is that Eugene Henley, a longtime self-proclaimed community activist, is now a fugitive. The FBI, among other agencies, looking for him and several other people involved in a much wider-ranging crime ring. We'll have details much later today on the NBC4 News beginning at 3 o'clock. But for now, reporting live, I'm Alex Rozier, NBC4 News.
Alex, thank you very much for that update. I'm looking forward to it. All right, so let's.
Like, what can he do now? No money. I mean, you got cash. Who's gonna run out? Eventually, you're gonna be on the run forever. What?
Let's go to NBC4's Michelle Vyas. She's live at the federal building in Westwood, where the defendants will be processed. Michelle.
It's crazy.
That's right. Annabelle, good morning. Right behind me, we have FBI agents and members of the Department of Justice here. This is where some of the members, the gang members from the Crips, were brought to be processed. We just saw likely one of them being driven away, who will likely be in court this afternoon. This is a big day. This is where they're processed. Many of them still need to be processed to face those federal charges.
They are Eugene Henley Jr., also known as Big U, and Brian Mejia.
Big U, the Crip leader turned gang interventionist,
Brian
ran
Mejia, still on the
mafia-like enterprises, according to the Fed.
So there it is, man. Man, that sucks. Fools are gonna be facing some time. It is what it is. Get your shit together, man. And yeah, we'll be back soon. Start covering all this type of topics, all the hot trending shit. You know how we do it. Trying to keep up with everything. We be gaming on Twitch. Catch us live. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. I appreciate you guys for taking the chance to view what we're doing. A lot of people are covering it, but you know what? I've been following this since forever, so I like to speak on my mind on it a little bit. But yeah, free Bricc baby and the goons, free all them niggas, bro. I don't want to see none of them fools in jail. Fuck all that shit. That's crazy though. Big U had it coming, but it is what it is, man.
Came together. Why'd they come together? They came together.
Yeah, sorry about that. So we'll be live tonight on Twitch. Do some gaming. I'm gonna dig deep in this, and we'll keep up on Bricc Baby's case and see what's the biggest thing going on right now. But yeah, definitely we'll be back soon.